why this is not necessary, why it's okay for you guys to just go into CSC without the vote of no confidence.
Okay, we can clarify. The idea for vote of no confidence is not motion by them, rather than it's by CSC.
Yeah, I know it's by the CSC. As in, right now, we don't have to go through that process, but that was why we didn't have to go through the process from your point of view. Or would you all rather that we just do a vote of no confidence and people can actually just show you their support by voting for you? And you must understand, it's not that we don't like any of you individually. It's just that if everyone doesn't have a hand in voting, right, it's going to be a very big disconnect. And this big disconnect, right, is going to be there for the whole year. And it's going to be very hard to work with that. So if you all can solve this problem, right, and you all are confident, then convince us right now, because we actually agreed to postpone the vote of no confidence until after this Q&A. So if you all would like to convince us, please do so now. We are very open.
I'd like to add on to Jared's point. As he was talking to me this morning, I do agree with him that a vote of no confidence will actually do us more good than not having a vote of no confidence and sending all of us into the CSC at one vote. For the very simple reason that it is easier to work with a clear mandate for the entire Temasek community. So having said that, to the second point about working together, I'd like to use this chance to actually re-emphasize a point that I actually made in the last Q&A, which is the fact that we all have come to an agreement that at the last Q&A that we actually are working towards a common goal, which is to preserve and to protect the sense of community, the warm and friendly environment that we have here, so that activities and sharing of talents and knowledge can actually take place. It facilitates such a sharing of knowledge and talent. So, having said that, although we have common goals, I will actually be happy to know that I will have team members with me who are not afraid to disagree. I will actually be happy to know that there are people who will oppose ideas, but not for the sake of opposing, but rather representing different views from the community. So this will actually do us more good. But having said that, I think like you mentioned in the last Q&A, we need to have a leader who has a clear, who has an implicit authority to actually weigh each member's opinions and to give the assurance, okay, that although not everybody's opinions or arguments will be accepted in the end, at the very least, we have given each and every team member here a good chance to actually to explain the rationale of their thinking, and we actually thought through every single thinking process. And ultimately, the decision that we made is not taken lightly, because we actually really consider every single person's arguments in that sense.
Let me just expand on what they say. Like what Jared means was maybe around what he means is like when there's a disagreement, right? What we mean by something like adult means is I believe that it's more like putting the college interest at first rather than your own interest, because in the end of the day you're actually serving the college and you're serving yourself, which is CSC. And like what he says, right, and what Jeremy says was and what he said was like
talking about having clear mandate and also implicit authority.
Yeah, and about
different opinions.
Yeah, about having different opinions, right? It's actually like what I said last time was actually a good thing that you actually can see the whole picture rather than you just see one thing. And I believe that everyone of us here is like basically mature enough to actually understand that you're actually running for this and you're actually serving the college. So I believe that that there should be a good teamwork between people that actually, because we set the mandate at start, like we set our like goals and like our vision for the next CSC, and we believe that whatever happens, right, whatever we disagree on, like this kind of like this vision will still stand in the middle, and people should like respect this vision that we actually set at the start, because it's actually a good thing, all of us.
Actually, if I may answer your question, firstly you asked whether we are okay with the vote of no confidence. I think that personally I wouldn't want to comment on this, because my personal view is that as a candidate I would not want to have any say or view in the electoral process, because I think that by asking us whether we are okay with it, then when we get involved, then it might make it messy and complicated, because as candidates we shouldn't be involved in the electoral process. But personally, either way I'm fine with it, because I have no say in it. I believe that whatever happens is not up to the candidate, and therefore I do not want to comment on that. On the second question, I know that in a political organization there will definitely be many disagreements and conflicts. Actually, I think that disagreements are healthy, and I really agree with Jeremy that I really feel that the CSC, we need to have disagreements in order to keep moving forward, because if we just follow blindly, and then we would have no backbone, and it is really not the purpose of the CSC. And I think that as long as our disagreements, as long as I believe we are all mature, so I hope, and I dare not speak for everyone, but for myself, I believe and I hope that we will be mature enough to keep it within ourselves and to not take it personally. We will attack only the policy, but not the person, and we won't spread or do any, we will handle it maturely. Yeah, that's my
take. I just need to add a disclaimer here also that first off, while it's good to move forward against to have a vote of no confidence, that's completely a rational thing, a normal thing to do. However, there is one thing that we also need to take note of, which is in the event that there is a vote of no confidence, and in the event that the CSC will be voted in as a less than 11 man team, then there are two things. How are we going to fill that gap? Because I don't think 5 men can effectively run the whole student government itself. You know? And that's where I guess as a person, I will really ask that the college, the people that find in themselves a passion to serve, to step up and to really join us. The sole reason why I initially asked for or proposed opening up a subcommittee is for people to serve, is for people to come onto the ground. And I hope that through this, before the vote of confidence, that even here on, that you continue to think that should there be a vote of no confidence, there must be people to fill the gap, and it'll be from you, it'll be from the people that are out there. It's something that is worth considering, and I hope that you can bring forth to those that have asked for a vote of no confidence.
Okay, for Angus, I'm one of the elections officer, so we decide on whether to have the vote of confidence or not. Wait, no. Yeah, as a friend, I can tell you directly, but I'm doing it now because I want my voice to be recorded and I want the whole Tembusu to hear. Okay, from what I've been in the CSC now, right, I've been seeing a lot of motion that a lot of the Tembusu people, they don't really care. Do you agree? Because CSC no, there are some who cares, but not all the populations actually care, because among what we have organized, like all the CSC non-events, stuff like CSC, we had a lot of like dialogue, tea sessions that we organized for even the second CSC to open up to y'all, to what we do. But how many people come? Not even 50% come. Okay, I was co-opted inside, I wasn't elected in. But when I first came in, I thought that because all my other friends are elected in, they should have enough supporters. But when I first came in, I was first introduced during the AGM, right? 50 people came. And actually it struck to me that, okay, not a lot of the people around cares. So as you see now, right, there's only 11 candidates. Just as what Jared mentioned, only 11 of them. None of y'all wanted to step up. If y'all think that y'all can lead the college so well, y'all should step up. But none of y'all stepped up. 11 of them stepped up. And if you do a vote of confidence, how many of you do you think can actually vote them out in a basis where y'all are right? Now, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but it's just saying, we just want to tell you a process where how we got to this and why we are doing a no vote of confidence. And y'all, as a student population, I agree that y'all have the right to put them on vote of confidence. Y'all have the right to sack all of them and have no student leader. We have been talking about this yesterday, the night before, and the night before. But what I want to tell y'all is that even from last year's statistics, if you go on vote of confidence, not a lot of the current CSC members made it into the 50%. Why? Because a lot of people vote without knowing. So I believe that y'all have the right to vote for no confidence only if you know the person. As in, you don't know a lot of them, which is true. That's why, I mean, voting for them also, just by looking at them for this 1 week, right, of elections is wrong. But also trying to bring them out, because they have the passion to serve now, but trying to bring them out just because y'all think that, oh, they are 11, no chance to compete, okay, fine, I'm just gonna vote them all out. Who's gonna serve the college? Okay, that's why we actually set this no vote of confidence.
Yeah, I just want to add on, she mentioned a lot of the points I would say. Okay, I know that this confidence vote has gained a lot of contention. So let's just clear the air about this. The third elections committee made the decision to change from whatever was stated in the standing orders that you mentioned to this new system where you have daily citations and all that. Okay, it was decided upon through advice and very strong encouragement by Dr. Kelvin Bang and Ihan, our graduate fellow. The reason being, as what Hina said, if you have to impose a vote of confidence on each and every member, I can say that very, very few will be elected into office. Why? Because it's not like presidential elections where you have Obama versus Romney. You have, for now, you have 11 candidates. Last time we have 18 candidates. So the votes are actually split up. So it's very hard for each candidate to go up to 50%. And of course, coupled with the ability that Hina just said. So we changed from vote of confidence to this new system where you can ensure that there's really a real concern about this candidate before we move to vote of confidence. So it was done in the best interest of the college because we can actually have a committee, a full-size committee, and not just a very small committee and a lot of people doing the talking and not doing anything. So I just want to clear the air that this was done in the best interest of the college, and yes.
You must also understand, right, we had a lot of discussion on this as well.
Okay.
No one is trying to bring down anyone or the system. The point of a vote of no confidence, right, is because there's going to be a very strong disconnect. And it's not going to be very easy to do a job, right, when there's a very strong disconnect between the people that you are leading and the people who are actually doing the leading. You know what I mean? So if there's so there's this problem of a very strong disconnect, and you can change the setting orders, right? You can change it back from 50 to a lower percentage. I mean, but the point is that giving the candidates a mandate, right, gives them legitimacy, and people will see them in a better light. Right now, as it stands, right, they are walking in. The next process is internal elections. Both stages, right, there's no input whatsoever from the people that are being elected.
Okay. So you mentioned 2 points. One about 50% changing. Other than 50%, the value, it is a bit technical, the value gets a bit arbitrary. What will be a mandate? 40%? 30%?
How do you pick
20%? Sorry?
How do you pick 50%?
That's the majority vote rule.
Majority,
Yeah, it's a majority vote rule.
You can reduce, we haven't thought of it, why not reduce maybe 20%? After people say, wow, only got 20% of the mandate. You don't have the mandate of college, so that's one point. Another point of the...
Okay,
just want to say
this is
Can I
related.
propose that we take this
Yeah.
offline?
If you want to discuss this, we'll discuss this in another issue. This session is for you to let you know if it is better, but not to discuss
just
the
to
system.
clear the air.
Denver, do you have a question?
Hi, I have a question specific for Jeremy. Yeah, because just now, correct me if I'm wrong, you mentioned that you wanted to like more ways of acknowledging the achievements, or rather acknowledging the contributions by the people outside CSC, and also like recognizing their initiatives, so that you can foster like greater bonds in the CSC with these people, and also like have more future collaborations in the future. So I was thinking, could you elaborate more on the methods that you suggested or you mentioned?
For a start, right from the campaign, if you notice right now, even in the lifts and the front door of the college when you come in, they are already putting people to the fore of our campaign. It is a very straightforward recognition that it is no longer about us, but rather it's about the people that we are going to represent, the people that you see in the campaign. So going forward, we intend to take this forward by making use of the resources that we have. For example, T Studios. A lot of the events that the T Studios cover is actually mainly the bigger events like Tembusu Forum. We would like to consider using the reporters, the photographers that we have to cover internal events. For example, Halloween, the event that was just concluded. Who were the people behind it? What were the stories behind it? Bring these people to the forefront and show to the college what we are capable of if we actually band together and we bring and people collaborate with the CSC to make things happen. So this is the essence that I'm trying to push for. Does that answer your question?
It doesn't really sound like a specific method though. Okay, you mentioned T Studios, I'm also in T Studios. We actually discussed that like in order for us to establish an identity, we even created logos and also to make our events and our products, right, like photographs and like also like posters, so that when the logo is there, it acknowledges the presence or the identity of T Studios. So yeah, I'm asking you like this specific example that I gave is like a specific example. I'm asking you as a CSC member, how would you is there any other methods to acknowledge the efforts of the people?
Correct. So what I mentioned to you is actually one of the approaches that we can take. But as a broad approach, we are looking to using online platforms, for example. And the method, the idea is that, but we want to keep the options open. Look at the options that we have, and the general idea is that we want to bring people to the forefront. And we have shown that we are capable of that. For example, the current campaign that we are running, and the idea of using T Studios, for example. But we don't rule out other possibilities as well.
Any other question?
Hello. Okay, Marcus. My question is to actually all of you lah. The second CSC, I think one of the problems that we didn't manage to eliminate, I feel like my personal opinion is this idea of visibility. We do a lot of things. I'll give you an example. The posters, those are not done by T Studios, by the way, it's done by me. Nobody knows. Okay, what do you want to do about it? How do you want to make yourself visible to the college? A lot of people in the college will complain, hey, CSC is not doing anything. You guys are actually slaving in the background. So what do you think you can do to change this?
Okay, I'd like to use this chance to actually pick up on the last point that I made, the gentleman over there. So basically this campaign, I think we generally have had a discussion, and I think we can generally agree that it's no longer about us. The very reason, personally for me, why I stepped forward to run in the first place is when I look around at the friends that I've made in Tembusu. These are the people that give me the motivation and the inspiration to step forward to serve, right? So my belief, right, is that if we are able to bring people forward to the foreground and show that this is what we are capable of doing if we actually work hand in hand, then it no longer it also becomes a very subtle way of actually highlighting the work that we are doing in the background as well. Because when people look, who are these people working at the foreground, and how are they able to do that? I mean, they wouldn't be able to achieve that without the support of the CSC, without people aiding them on, without people pulling them in to actually collaborate, right? So the idea is that yes, these people are the center of what we do as a CSC, but also it subtly means that there are people behind the scenes who are working to make that happen as well. And I believe that will actually come through in the subconscious of the Tembusians that we are actually serving. That's my opinion. So
Maybe I can get, I think want to hear from Park.
Today I was talking about this with my friends, Korean friends, about second CSC not publicizing themselves well, because they have done all the jobs, all the things like TOW, TC, but they just work really hard, but nobody knows about it. For my friend, one of my friends, didn't know that Ming Jiang was the president after 2 or 3 months, even though she lived here. So I think CSC needs to credit themselves, not just because we want to gain the, like, oh, we have done this, so come and respect us. Not that kind of thing, but to publicize CSC and show what CSCs are doing, CSC members are doing to serve the college. Yeah, so I think we need more publicizing.
Can I share something? I mean, formal dinner is where occasion where everybody comes down for this one dinner that doesn't happen all the time, isn't it? Everyone's there, but I just feel that in such an occasion, besides the best paper that's written in IEM module, we could also give recognition to interest group leaders who have contributed greatly to the college. Yeah, I felt that was something that I would like to see that I didn't have in the past. I just felt that besides academic, there's non-academic stuff can do so as well, which should be recognized. And this is a good platform for people to come out to the stage to receive recognition, and it's also inspire juniors as well to become role leaders like them, because it's not easy to lead interest groups. Yeah. And I mean, I've been through the path of leading the interest group, starting one. It was really quite painful. And the person who was taking over me, Caldwell, is also going through the same painful process as well. So I do hope that one day we'll have something like that, which is not very difficult to establish. I think it's actually doable to give recognition to people who at least deserve it.
That's a very good idea.
Don't you guys think so? It's not just to eat dinner and then watch performance. It could be just like going up the stage and just from the master's hand receive a little cert and say, hey, I really recognize what you've done for the college. Thank you so much. I hope we see much more recognition.
You do see my point that we try to be visible, but we aren't. For instance, your friend who's been staying here for 2 to 3 months, and Stuart just said that almost everybody comes up for a formal dinner. I believe Ming Jiang gave quite a speech during formal dinner, and he introduced himself as the president. But the fact that your friend doesn't know that after 2 to 3 months, and probably after formal dinner, that he is the president, says that there is a problem. Yeah, which was why I asked the question. I really want to hear from you. Sorry.
Oh yeah, for me, right, I feel that the visibility thing, right, isn't really important, because what we do, right, is at the end of the day, we know why we are doing like these things. But in order to be accountable to other people, right, I believe that if the people are interested enough in like the college and what we're doing, right, they will naturally know about the CSC. Like for example, during TC and TOW, I was really into TC and TOW. Then it's like I found out a lot about the college, like during these 2 things that CSC organized, and I actually like found out a lot about the CSC and like all the people in the committee and everything. So I realized like the immense amount of effort and work that went into making like these 2 events possible. And I think that in order for other people to even hear more about the CSC in future, right, what we can do is to hold like bi-monthly dialogue sessions so that we can like raise any issues and we can make accountable to them and like let them know like what we've been doing for them for the past like 2 months.
Sorry. So Marcus, to elaborate myself to just now, I think CSC has been doing really a lot of jobs, but it's only the second CSC, right? So there weren't like significant, like visible events anchored, like main events like hosted by CSC. So for example, Mr. Calvin Pang said he wants to anchor 3 main events held by CSC so that student population will recognize these events. So I think that's really a good idea, and we should anchor on it so that everyone will recognize CSC. I think
you're calling Mr. not Dr.
Oh, sorry. I think I'd like to elaborate on Ken's point. What the second CSC and what the third CSC's challenges are will be quite different as we pull out the first question answer. I think that the third CSC will have a huge role in playing and defining what a real residential college is about, or perhaps putting the framework. So, in terms of the visibility, I think we would begin to see us more trying to build up that framework to put forth. And it's, in a way, publicizing ourselves, because we are going to be working hand in hand with you, partnering with you, and I don't even mention magazine. So, these kind of things are things that we'll put there, and hopefully the visibility will be through that collaboration with all of you that you will be about to do, and also the planning and policy making.
Okay, that's a question.
Okay, I mean, first thank you all for the audio programming. I think some of them asked a question about the election process, but I'm not focusing about how do you intend to address the increasing student activity towards a lot of events and commitments in college. I mean, it's actually quite visible. Students are income for, not only for coming for election rally or anything, even commitment towards events, like there's Master's Tea also. Sign up for student loan turn up, many of them need turn up for this Selena Tan's tea. Night cycling also. At first it took a while to convince people to run. So do you think that there's a problem in terms of restarting the students coming in? Or is it just a general trend, not only in the Wusu, but across the board? So if this is the problem that is important, is there a way that we can try to resolve it? Should we even make events compulsory for them to attend? If there's something that I have a question to ask. To me, I thought that immediately is make events compulsory. Like really similar to a bit like, going to be a bit like hall case, where you must join a few events so that at least you get to see. Because right now, even for interest also, interest groups, it exists for a while, after that it disappears. And there's no commitment for them to even, they may start off something exciting, but there's no sustainable measures by these group of people. They only start because of interest, but they don't think about how do you even sustain these activities. So, is there a way that maybe the CSC can look into to work on this to increase, address the student activity towards all these matters?
I guess if I answer right, making events compulsory right actually have a bad side to it. I mean, if you don't like the events, it will just make you hate the college. It's like, I live in a boarding school before where the events are compulsory. And truthfully I say, right, half of the events I don't like it. It was, I thought it was nonsense, but I know it wasn't nonsense. For some people it was very meaningful, but maybe for me it was not. Then, it was just like, for me, every time I attend the activities, I just feel like, wow, it's just another activities. I can use this time to study, I can use this time to actually hang out with my friends. Actually, I can use this time to actually research on something. And because they make it compulsory, right, and you hate it, right, and so you spend the entire event, right, hating about the events and not actually listening to what the events are.
I'm not saying all events, but let's say important events at the college. For example, Masters Dinner. The turnout for Masters Dinner is usually around 300 plus, which is 60% of the college attending. That's one. I'm not sure whether you think Masters Dinner is important event for you or the studies is important. Second one, even for, let's say, for example, orientation. Not in a way, it can be something that imposes on the senior to actually interact with students. Even masters is everything. Students applying to the college because they want to have a better living environment, different from halls, where we are actually providing. But you look at the turnout for masters and everything, right? Who are the people who come for this event? Really those people who are actually regulars and who are interested in. So these are the events I'm looking at. It's not really making, the job schema is making everything compulsory, so at least you have something minimum obligation. But is there how about those even basic ones that even they need to attend rally, for example, they need to attend the Q&A, because they have stayed in college, but why? This is not what we are getting from the students now, because they have other priorities which is more important to them. Even running for CSC also,
I mean, we have requirements for them to before they can run, but you're able to fulfill the requirement to run. But how about those who actually not wanting to run, but yet they will just make complain things or whatever. How do you actually address on these issues? The way that you can actually bring them in and have a stake in all these things.
Okay, I guess like for important events, it's very hard to say whether you have to make it compulsory, because in the first place, I guess the way to push it forward is to change the mindset to students and not to make it compulsory. Because once you make it compulsory, right, it's not really something like, I mean, people won't appreciate the events anymore. Although maybe you say that in this kind of elections, right, they actually hold a stake, but the point that they didn't come for the elections, it just shows that there's something that is more important to them than living in the college, which is actually a very sad thing. But like what I suggest that we can do is actually to change the mindset of the people in the college, to actually make them think that I'm living here in Tembusu, and I'm not living here just to have a house that is near the college, but it's actually for me to actually learn something, and actually to be able to actually, I'm paying $3,000 for 6 months, not for nothing, but to actually learn something from the college. There's a lot of professors, there's a lot of people that is very intellectual. We actually invited a lot of guests, and to actually make them realize that this kind of opportunities doesn't come easily outside of the college. So yeah, rather than make it compulsory, I'd rather have it for them to actually appreciate that this kind of things is actually a very rare opportunity they have.
For me, I think that making everything compulsory is a bit too extreme, but we can look to making one or two things like compulsory. Like for example, like during their entire stay in Tembusu, they are required to attend one master's tea. I think that's enough for them to get introduced to the sort of learning culture that we have here in Tembusu, and then they can, from there on, they can open up their mind to a whole range of things that we have. Like for me, before I came to Tembusu, I looked at the pamphlet. I was like, what about master's tea? What about all these dinners and stuff like that? And for me, because I had gone for such things before in my own school, which is why I knew the value of it, I knew how fun it could be, and I really wanted to go. But for other people, they might not have been exposed to such things before, so they need to try something new for once before they can actually learn how to and also second year, there's this huge emphasis on academic. So this learning, all these extracurricular learning stuff that we offer may not be directly beneficial to their academic results. So for them, if their priorities are on their academics, right, then they may not want to go for such things, especially when a lot of our master's teas clash with their own class schedule. So I think we can look into having master's teas at alternate timings. Maybe not master's tea, master's supper, master's that kind of thing. But yeah, I think try to accommodate more people. So we need to get views from other people as why are you not attending master's tea? So some general service opinions so we can address the problem. Nara?
I think it's not really compulsory for having the students. It's not necessary for students to attend the things compulsory, but maybe we can make some incentives for them. Like when you attend something frequently or something, you may get a benefit from it. Maybe a discount, a little bit of discount on your meal plan, or one or two more nights you can stay in the college, or the incentives that you get may be different from these but at least you have the incentive to go for it, and those who don't want to go, they don't get the incentive, but those who attend frequently, they should get something from the college back, so they will have the motivation to continue going for the events.
To me, I think what's important here is the interest of the people about the event. Because if you are not interested in the event at all, then there will be a sense of resentment. Oh, they forced me to go. Once I'm there, I take my attendance, then I leave. What if you invite the master's tea, for example, you invite Selena Tan to come, then in the middle of a talk, half the audience just starts leaving. What kind of impression does that leave on her? She's going to tell her friends, her family outside that Tembusu College is like this. The students there are horrible people. They just leave in the middle of your talk. Then nobody else will want to come for your master's tea in the future. Then also for participation, I think to get people to come down for these events, it's not about making it compulsory, it's about making it interesting, about making people interested in coming down. Because for freshmen like us, right, we look to our seniors.
if they say, oh, last year's master's dinner was very exciting, have this activity, the activity, of the, oh, I also want to go to check it out, maybe this year will be even more exciting. So I think we need to set precedents for this kind of thing so that the freshmen will learn from the seniors and be more interested in going for the activities.
Anybody else wants to share?
Yeah, share a big one.
Okay, last one.
Question.
Then this one.
I think for you to want to come down, you must be firstly very interested in what the person is sharing. But most of the time, for example, I'm looking at a poster, I'm from SOC, right? Nothing is related to programming for the past 1 year at all. It was quite sad. But I felt that if we as a student committee could get some feedback on what you want to see, and then we try to match you up with this person that you want to speak to. And if the opportunity is finally given, of course it's not always possible, but if it's given, I think that really greatly increases the chance of you attending because it's something you really want to see and talk to this person for the I think then that would increase the attendance greatly rather than just pushing other people, a lot of balloons everywhere, but you just don't want to grab them because they're not the balloons that you really want deep inside your heart. So if you actually get some feedback, I think that would be better.
Sir, your question.
So I wasn't supposed to be here today, so I'm supposed to pass the questions on to someone else. I'm just going to read the transcript of my questions. Right? Then, in the interest of time, I guess one answer for each question would be best. So yes, firstly, thanks for the engagement in the previous session, and apologies for the unfair question. Nevertheless, most of you answered it appropriately, most of you. As promised, although I am not here in person, but I am, here are my questions that I may watch your answers post-upload. Now, I appeal to the moderator to allow all my questions some airtime. First question, the current election process. Is there anything about this election process that you think should be changed and explained? If you have already answered it previously, then fine. Deliverables, second question. A few of you mentioned your reasons for wanting to obtain this public office in the previous session. In other words, what your goals and your motivations are. If you would like to share, what is that one deliverable outcome that you